Hey, what's going on? It's Tuesday again, and we're talking brand new video games. I'm just hanging out here at the park, eating a Star Crunch. It's been a while since I've had one of these, so figured I'd try it out. It's all right. All right. Top game of the week: Nintendo Switch Sports. It's coming out on the Switch, surprisingly. Um, follow up to Wii Sports. Remember Wii Sports on the Wii? Well, I got Nintendo Switch Sports, so it'll be fun. What we got next? Oh, Dune Spice Wars is coming out through early access on PC. Looks pretty good. Normally I don't talk about early access games, but Dune is kind of a big property. I figure people will want to know that they got a new video game coming out. Well, for that. I can't see anything with these fucking glasses on. The Serpent Rogue? PC, PSI, Switch, and Xbox Series X and S. Okay. Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt is coming out. This is a battle royale game. It's actually been in early access since last September. Coming out of that, it's on PC, on PS5. All you need to know about that. I'm gonna get a good shot. I get that fountain in there, but I can't. Oh, whatever. Rogue Legacy 2. Another game that was in early access for a while. That's now coming out fully. So that's great. I love the first Rogue Legacy. Rogue Legacy. I'm really excited for Rogue Legacy 2. That'll be on PC, Xbox One, and Series S and X. A rare Xbox console exclusive, so good for them. Ports. Zombie Army 4, Dead War is coming out on Switch. This game sucks, so you can just ignore that. Game that supposedly doesn't suck. I've never played it, but the Stanley Parable, the Ultra Deluxe Edition, that's coming out. That'll be on like everything: PC, PS4, PS5, Switch, Xbone, and the Sex. Okay. Notable titles. 10 years ago, a game called Binary Domain came out. Made by a studio called Ryuga Gotoku Studio. Which, if you don't know, they're the ones who make the Yakuza games. But Binary Domain was one of their rare non-Yakuza titles. It was kind of their attempt to reach out to a Western market, a more worldwide market, as opposed to just making very Japan-focused, Yakuza games. It takes place in the future. Earth is like flooded from global warming, and these robots are created to like rebuild society. But of course, the robots go crazy because that's what happens in these stories. And some of them like get human skin, but they don't know they're robots. And there's this whole conspiracy behind it. I don't know. You play as a group of mercenaries who go in and shoot the shit out of these robots, and you learn crazy conspiracy stuff. If you played Yakuza or Judgment, you know exactly how these stories go. So, Binary Domain's great. You should check it out. It's on Xbox One, Series X, or PC. Or you can play it on your PS3 if you still got one of those laying around. 20 years ago, Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind came out. God, I cannot get a good angle here. There we go. The third game of the Elder Scrolls series. Went kind of it was, so the previous two Elder Scrolls were open worlds, but 3 was like way open world. Like, it was the most detailed world they had made yet. And it was, they relied a lot on random generation the first two games. And the third one, everything was handmade. So it had a deeper sense of immersion. that people were really into. And yeah, it was really well received. Called Game of the Year, or close to Game of the Year by a lot of outlets. I lost a lot of those awards to Neverwinter Nights, which we'll talk about in a couple months. But yeah, Morrowind, really well regarded for its setting. It wasn't your typical kind of high fantasy European, castles and shit. It was like very, it was very odd. Like, there's a lot of like kind of jungly areas and big mushrooms and fucking like kind of like Egyptian deserts and stuff. It's probably not the greatest game anymore. Graphics are kind of shitty. The controls are kind of bad. But yeah, pretty important game for the open world genre in general, along with Grand Theft Auto 3, probably two of the most important open world games of that console generation. So yeah, Elder Scrolls 3, Morrowind. You can get it on PC or Xbox. Check it out. Finally, 30 years ago, Aces of the Pacific came out on PC, a flight simulator game that took place during World War II in the Pacific theater of battle. So, U.S. versus, or the Allies versus the Japanese. In the game, you can play as three branches of the U.S. military: Navy, Marines, or Air Force, or you can play as the Japanese Royal Imperial Navy or Imperial Air Force. And yeah, you just get into dogfights with dudes. You can also relive classic, battles from the war, and you can even go and bomb Pearl Harbor, which is, I guess, if you want to do that. So, all right. Oh, you can't get it anywhere anymore. It's like, I don't know who owns the rights to it, but they don't give a shit. So, just go download it illegally off the internet. There's abandonware sites you can find it from. I couldn't get it to work with Sound Blaster. I could only play with MIDI, or not MIDI, with like the PC speaker noises. So, maybe you'll have better luck than me. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here. I hope you have a great week. Take care. Bye.